Welcome to a game between Hut versus DemonSheep. Hut is playing as the Abbasid Dynasty against the HRE. Thought this is a more interesting matchup out of the games I was kind of looking through. So we'll take it. Well, I think we'll take a look mostly from Hut's perspective on the Abbasid and see how he actually manages to take down HRE. This is high view. So usually on high view you're kind of seeing a lot of Rus players because there's so many wolves around. Which just like contributes a shitload of bounty to their, to the overall bounty, and they're giving more gold obviously as well. So let's just take a look at Hut's perspective here. Might fast forward a little bit at the beginning. We'll take a quick look at his opening. But I think he just went the one scout if I'm not mistaken. Just stuck with the one scout here. 7 on food and then 3 across the gold. In this matchup, I feel like it can be tricky for Abbasid to like deny Holy Roman Empire actually picking up relics here. So I'm interested to see how Hut approaches that, or if he just manages to win with the double TC boom and just lets the HRE get the relics. I feel like if you don't let HRE get up to Imperial Age as the Abbasid, you will outscale their relic collection gather rate, like from your double TC. So that could also be another win condition here. So we'll see what he does here. Going out for the economic wing, pretty standard. You don't really see Abbasid players like go up with any other option, just because how efficient it is. When you're on 2 TCs, a lot of other civs will struggle to like produce units as well because you're investing 100 food into villages quite regularly. So having that discounted to half the price, which is essentially the equivalent of 1 TC, the price of 1 TC, it's really nice in especially the early stages of Age 2. It's taking down the sheep. I think that was definitely worth it for Hut. If you're going to do scout pressure with 1 scout, you probably shouldn't bring sheep along with you, especially if you're someone like the HRE, who the sheep are probably, I'd say, more valuable than a lot of other civs. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if HRE goes pro scouts, although he doesn't have a mill, so maybe he's not. A Rax? Get on Men-at-Arms rush? Oh shit! Yeah, he's got Men-at-Arms rush. Scout is so annoying. Hut slightly undergathered there for his TC. So I think if you're Abbasid and you come up against like something like a Men-at-Arms ram timing, I think just horseman archers is enough to deal with it. You're gonna have a lot better eco, so you're eventually gonna outspam him, assuming that you're not idle for a long time. Okay, he's actually going for a Rax. Maybe he's gonna use pikes in response, because although pikes aren't that great against Men-at-Arms, they're actually not too bad in terms of cost effectiveness. So he's probably gonna go pikes and archers, maybe? We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, he's going for 2 archery ranges off the back of this. So he's going pikes for tanky meat shield, and also probably 2 siege down rams. I'm guessing that Hut has scouted his blacksmith. He would have scouted this, yeah, because the foundation's there. It's a little bit buggy, like when you're kind of switching between the revealed map and then like the selected player map. But generally, if you see like the little foundation here, it should be fine. Alright, here's the rams. It's going quad archery range. What a madman. He's going... Oh, this is actually pretty big brain, I'd say. I mean, it's not affordable at the moment. Like, he's just making a few. because he doesn't have the food income to really consistently create camel archers, so he's just throwing a few in there. And the camel archers will do more damage than what an archer will do. So they have, is it bow range attack 10 attack? So they have 4 ranged armor, so they're going to be doing 6 damage per shot, whereas I believe the archers will be doing 1 damage per shot. Yeah, 1 or 2 damage per shot. So camels is a pretty nice choice here. Also, the men at arms can't really catch up to a camel, so they're just going to be able to kite them for days. This is nice. Actually, I didn't even think about using camel archers as Abbasid here, but he's just completely repelled this. Like, both the rams are down. He's been on 2 TCs. Hasn't lost too many vills here as well. So really good response from Hut here. Just making sure he's scouted to see if they're actually going for a fast castle. I think a little bit more and more we're starting to see a bit more HRE Age 2 play in the higher level. Not consistently. Obviously the fast castle I believe is the best option, but I guess on a map like this it's not as good as, say, for a map like Hill and Dale or something like that. So yeah, these men at arms just getting shredded down, not being able to do too much here. Well, let's check in on the Vill count here. 50 for Hut and 39 for DemonSheep. Going for little raids here with the men at arms. They don't take a whole lot of damage from town center fire, but the camels just have so much mobility. Hut is very quick to respond. DemonSheep already going on farms here. Got quite a nice farm eco set up here, but he's in a tough spot right now. He has no like banked up food, so there's no way he's gonna like look at aging anytime soon. And he's got camel archers now starting to run around his base. Got some sneaky vills up there. And I think Hut is macroing to age maybe? Let's see. I mean, he's just continually producing camel archers, but he's slowly building up that gold reserve there, so I wouldn't be surprised as soon as that hits 600, he'll stop camel archer production and then look to age. He's just bleeding men at arms, like trying to get raids in. But keep in mind, Abbasid is only paying like 25 food for each of these villages, and he's on double TC, so he's not really like clawing back any advantage by doing this. He's just losing quite expensive men at arms. Now he's just getting kited by camels. Yeah, so there you go. Like, if you're coming up against like a man at arm rush and you're Abbasid, go for camel archers, or at least like mix in some of them, because they're actually going to do a lot more work than any other age 2 unit. It looks like he kind of only made pikes for the early stages to tank. And then as soon as he could afford to produce like a bunch of camel archers, he just went ahead and did that. Now he's just going in and raiding all his eco, keeping him idle. It's also aging as well, whereas DemonSheep I don't believe is even close to aging. He has no gold income right now. It's just all idle at the moment, and he's just losing vills. Yeah, DemonSheep is in a real rough position right now. Trying for raids again. Hut has gone with some arrow slit towers here to kind of put out more damage. Not only to keep his vills safe for garrisoning, but he's also like, the arrow slits are all going to do a lot more damage. So the men at arms walk really slow, so they're going to take a lot of fire before they can actually do damage. And then if they try and run out, they're going to take more damage on the way out. Now he's got veteran camel archers, and I can't see a way back in for DemonSheep from here. As soon as that initial ram rush push failed against a double TC opponent, it's extremely hard to come back. So we got little raids going on all over. He's just sending a ram by itself, which is not ideal because then Vills can easily just snipe that down. And now Hut making some rams of his own, looking to finish the game right here and now. Auto repair obviously being a bit annoying, preventing that tower going down. But Hut has switched his focus to the other tower because he's not able to use auto repair for another 30 seconds here. And it only works on one building. Now dropping some towers. Keep in mind, like, once Hut puts towers on these farms, until DemonSheep destroys his tower, he's wasted all this farming eco. And DemonSheep taps out. Very nice stuff from Hut there. A great response to scouting and seeing that the ram rush was coming. That was cool. That was not what I was expecting when I was going into the game, to see like an age 2 man-at-arms ram push. Is Abbasid still considered a bad faction, or has that changed? Abbasid's still considered a bad faction, yeah. I'm surprised you could afford 2 TC plus 2 archery range. Actually, it's pretty easy, Toolshed. Like, it's the one civ that can do that in the early stages of age 2. Because they're only... So once they have the TC down, they're not spending any more resources than they would if they were on a single TC. You know what I mean? Because they're only paying 25 food for the vills. So it's quite normal to see like a double, and then soon after that like a triple archery range or something like that, because they can afford it. I mean, with camels they cost a bunch of food, no? Yeah, so he wasn't like spamming out camel archers to begin with. He was going like a few camel archers here and there, and the rest archers, because yeah, obviously he couldn't afford the food income at that time.